Was one of the most grand pieces of Baroque art in Russia. The room was well known all over the world and even caught the name of the eighth wonder of the world. The room was composed of panels that were installed in an 11 by 11 foot room. The amber panels were surrounded by gold, gemstones, and mirrors. When walking into the amber room, it was like walking into a fairy tale that was full of mystery and magic. The amber room panels became associated with Russia and became a Russian symbol and a symbol to the people. The amber room was created in the early 1700s, designed by a German sculptor, Andreas Schulter. The amber room was originally made for Frederick I of Prussia to go into his royal palace in Berlin, Germany. But Frederick's son gave the entire room to Peter the Great in 1716 as a present representing the peace between Russia and Prussia. By 1770, the Great Amber Room became known as the eighth wonder of the world. The Amber Room was seen as a room full of magic and beauty. Amber has long been associated with positive health, calming, and healing. So you can imagine that a room full of amber was seen as magical in the 18th and 19th centuries. But amber in the Baltics has a long history and mythology behind it, and the room somewhat adopted this mythology. As we know today, amber is the leftover resin from prehistoric trees that has become fossilized. For a long time, amber has washed up on the shores of the Baltic Sea from deposits in the sea. The Baltic people believe that the amber is washing up from Queen Gerate's underwater palace. It is said that Queen Gerate fell in love with a human fisherman, and when Perseus found out about her affair, he smashed the amber palace with lightning bolts. Go to the shore after the storm, you can find pieces of her beautiful palace washed up on the shore. In essence, the Amber Room was like a recreation of Queen Gerate's Palace of Amber. Amber has always held importance to the Baltic people in mythology and has been associated with health contributions even to this day. In 1941, the Nazis started moving into Russia out of fear for the artwork in Catherine's palace. It was packed up and hidden for safety. For some unknown reason, the Amber Room was the last thing to be packed up and it wasn't moved. The workers covered the panels with paper and cotton gauze to hide them. This didn't work. The Nazis weren't that stupid, and they found the panels and took them. The palace was then destroyed. No one knows why the panels were taken out of the palace. Maybe there was no time, or there was concern about the size of the panels and trying to move them. The Nazis took the panels to a palace in Queensberg and put them on public exhibition until the end of the war. Hitler wanted the panels because he saw them as a German symbol and a piece of German art. Hitler was on a mission to take anything that belonged to Germany. He felt that art that was all over Europe truly belonged to Germany and not to the current owners. The Amber Room panels were one of these pieces of art. The Amber Room panels were designed by Andreas Schulter, a German. Were meant to be put in a Berlin palace. Hitler knew the renowned reputation of the Amber Room. It may as well have called out to Hitler like a beacon in the darkness. Hitler planned for the panels to be put in the Führer Museum as part of his great art collection. After the room was stolen in 1941, it was taken to a castle and was taken care of by Alfred Rode. Rode fell in love with the Amber Room. He would sit with the panels for hours on end just looking at the mystical amber glistening. After the Germans started to lose the war, the Allies started to enter Germany, and they knew the end was near. The Germans packed up the panels to move them, and after that, the whereabouts are completely unknown. Rode claims that the panels were destroyed in a bombing raid. Rode and his wife were questioned by the KGB. They kept their story about the destruction, but they suddenly died before their second interview, and the bodies went missing, as well as the doctor that declared them dead. This is a huge hole in the story, and we don't really know what happened to the Amber Room. This is just one of the many conspiracy theories that surround the Amber Room. What truly happened to it? What happened to Rode and his wife? We don't know. Even to this day, after the Amber Room has been reconstructed, which cost over $1 million, people are still looking for the original Amber Room. The Amber Room has held such cultural significance that 70 years after it was destroyed, people are still looking for it. No one truly believes the room was destroyed. Many people believe it may still be in Germany somewhere, but no one really knows. There are so many ideas of where the Amber Room could be. Maybe the Russians accidentally destroyed it themselves in a fit against the Nazis. Who knows? The Amber Room is a piece of cultural significance. It was one of the most beautiful pieces of Baroque art that has ever existed. The room was so mystical, it called out to Hitler in all of the darkness of World War II, and he took it for himself. It was so mystical, it made Rhodes sit in a room for hours and stare at the panels, and he fell in love with the room. Are the panels still in existence? Are they somewhere in Germany? Are the panels on a Nazi train in a mine, hidden from the world? Did the Russians burn the panels? Who knows? We might not ever find the Amber Room panels. But in the end, the Amber Room was magical.